Meantime, President Biden also making news tonight, set to announce a sweeping new infrastructure plan to rebuild roads and bridges across this country and to build stronger internet service for rural America, among other things.
Imagine a future where America's roads are smoother, bridges are stronger, internet is faster, and clean energy powers our cities. Well, that future might be closer than you think. President Biden's massive infrastructure plan is on the verge of becoming law, and it promises to reshape America's economy and everyday life. But what exactly is in this plan, and how will it impact you? Stick around to find out. Infrastructure is the backbone of any nation, and for decades, America's roads, bridges, public transit, and broadband systems have been deteriorating. The Biden administration has pushed forward a historic infrastructure plan aimed at revitalizing the country. After months of negotiations, this plan is finally set to become law, and it brings with it a massive $1.2 trillion investment in transportation, energy, water, and digital infrastructure. So what does this mean for you, your city, and the future of the U.S.? In this video, we'll break down the key aspects of the Biden infrastructure plan, its potential benefits, criticisms, and what happens next. Let's dive in. The key components of the infrastructure plan. This infrastructure plan is one of the largest investments in public infrastructure in modern U.S. history. The plan covers several major areas, including transportation, energy, and digital infrastructure. A total of $550 billion is allocated for roads, highways, and bridges, ensuring safer and more efficient transportation. Additionally, $39 billion will be invested in modernizing public transit systems, improving buses, subways, and rail networks. The plan also dedicates $66 billion to railway infrastructure, focusing on expanding high-speed rail and upgrading Amtrak services. A significant portion, $65 billion, is aimed at expanding broadband access across the U.S., particularly in rural and underserved areas. Another $73 billion will be used to modernize the nation's power grid, making it more reliable and accommodating more renewable energy sources. Additionally, $55 billion is set aside for clean water initiatives, including replacing lead pipes to ensure safe drinking water. The plan also allocates $7.5 billion to building a nationwide network of electric vehicle charging stations, promoting the shift toward greener transportation. Lastly, $47 billion is focused on climate resilience projects, helping communities prepare for and respond to natural disasters and climate-related threats. How will this plan benefit Americans? This infrastructure bill isn't just about construction. It's about economic growth, job creation, and improving quality of life. Millions of jobs will be created, particularly in the construction, technology, and renewable energy sectors. The improvements in roads, bridges, and public transit mean shorter commutes, less congestion, and safer travel. For rural communities, the expansion of broadband internet is a game changer, providing access to better education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. Upgrades to the power grid and increased investment in renewable energy will lead to lower electricity costs and a more sustainable energy future. The initiative to replace lead pipes ensures clean and safe drinking water, reducing health risks for millions of Americans. Additionally, public transit upgrades will allow for a more efficient and environmentally friendly transportation system, making cities cleaner and more accessible. The controversies and criticism. While many see this as a necessary investment in America's future, not everyone supports the bill. One of the biggest concerns is the cost. At $1.2 trillion, critics argue that the plan will add to the national debt without a clear long-term strategy for repayment. Others believe the bill does not go far enough, arguing that more investment is needed, particularly in climate initiatives and social infrastructure. Political disagreements have also played a role in shaping the bill, with some lawmakers arguing over which projects should receive funding. Implementation challenges remain another concern, as massive infrastructure projects can face delays, cost overruns, and bureaucratic hurdles. Finally, some economists warned of potential inflation risks, suggesting that large-scale government spending could contribute to rising prices across various sectors. What's next? When will this take effect? Now that the plan is set to become law, the next step is implementation. Some investments, like broadband expansion and road repairs, will begin within months, while larger projects such as high-speed rail and bridge construction could take years to complete. Funds will be distributed to states, allowing local governments to prioritize and oversee specific projects that benefit their communities. The impact on job creation will be seen gradually, with the full effects playing out over the next decade as projects are completed. How will this affect the economy? The infrastructure plan is expected to boost economic growth by increasing productivity, improving transportation efficiency, and generating jobs. Investments in modernized infrastructure will make businesses more competitive, reducing logistical bottlenecks and enhancing trade. The plan could also stimulate local economies as construction projects create demand for materials, equipment, and labor. Additionally, improved infrastructure can lead to higher property values and more business opportunities in areas with upgraded transportation and digital services. The shift toward clean energy investments could help the U.S. become a global leader in renewable energy, attracting further investment in sustainable industries. What does this mean for future policies? With the success of this plan, future administrations may look to expand or build upon these investments. This bill sets a precedent for more aggressive infrastructure spending in the future, especially in areas like climate technology and smart cities. It also highlights a shift in U.S. policy toward long-term economic planning, rather than short-term fixes. Moreover, how effectively this plan is executed will determine public support for similar initiatives in the future. If the projects are successful and widely beneficial, there may be increased bipartisan support for further infrastructure improvements. However, if challenges arise, such as cost overruns or inefficiencies, it could lead to skepticism about large government spending programs moving forward. The impact on American competitiveness. A well-maintained infrastructure is crucial for the U.S. to remain competitive on the global stage. By modernizing roads, airports, and ports, the plan helps improve supply chains, making U.S. businesses more efficient and competitive internationally. The emphasis on clean energy and technology also positions the U.S. as a leader in future industries, attracting foreign investment and driving innovation. Countries like China and Germany have long prioritized infrastructure investments, giving them an edge in trade and industry. The U.S. infrastructure plan aims to close this gap, ensuring that American businesses and workers remain at the forefront of global economic progress. The Biden infrastructure plan is one of the most significant investments in America's future. Whether you support it or not, it's about to reshape the country's roads, internet, energy, and public transit. The real question is, will it deliver on its promises? Only time will tell. What do you think about this plan? Is it a game changer or is it too much spending? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates on major topics that impact your life. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.